what's your kind of, everybody's got their own little thing. What's your kind of procedure towards putting yourself in a position of understanding something?
Yeah, I think it's always a little bit different. It depends what the role requires. Something like The Conjuring is obviously a bit more extensive than even like Man in the White Van, which like neither of those situations I have experienced. Like, thank God, anything remotely close to that. But like one of these characters, okay, it's in the 70s. Well, Man in the White Van is too, but she looks completely different. She's having these quite literally supernatural experiences. So I think the key for me is I always like to find a part of myself, like in every character, or rather, like simplify the story to like real, like human themes. I mean, for such a large part of The Conjuring, I remember my audition scene is the scene where I'm sitting on the swing with Vera and I'm telling her, like I can't sleep, like essentially like I'm so tired. I'm always like tormented. I feel like this outsider. Everyone at school is bullying me, like all these things. And if you just take that piece of it, you're like, okay, that as like a 13-year-old girl, like that I can sort of relate to a little bit. So it's finding those little like moments and pieces and then just using your imagination to expand it. Same thing with like Man in the White Van. Like such an integral part of the story, even though it is, again, in the 70s. She was much younger than me. I shot it when I was 19 and the character's 15. I've never been stalked before. I've never been nearly kidnapped before. But such a large part of the story was like nobody would believe her, right? So it's finding those, and also like she's in high school, like she's having her first kiss. Like I lived through all of that. Like I can relate to that. So it's just it's like humanizing them and then just using your imagination to like expand.
I'm just laughing because the hunting wives storyline is so goddamn bizarre. Like
Yeah,
that's
it is.
it's
It's fun.
it is. It's just one of those ones. I'm like, wait, what? This is so this. I was like, okay, cool. This is
Hmm.
fun. That's a little, but so that's got to be fun a lot of times whenever you're reading something like, wait, what? What the?
Hmm.
Does that kind of pull you into whenever you actually do want to do roles, as far as like reading the script and going like, this is kind of cool? Does that kind of direct you to stuff
Oh
that you are
yeah.
taking?
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say, like at the time when I signed on to Hunting Wives, I only got episode
Did you?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was really every week we were like, or like whenever we were getting the scripts for like the new episodes, and we were like, oh my god, like oh my god. I remember like going into hair and makeup, and everyone was just like, did you read the new script? Did you read 107? It's so insane, like yada yada yada. So, but yeah, I mean, of course, when there's like some sort of crazy arc, um, for my character, or it's just a really enticing story, that's and like something that I've never done before. That's like really what makes me want to like double down and do a project.
Yeah, American Horror Story was like that. It was week to week, like because it was so on the like hush hush.
Of
Whatever script would come in,
course.
and be like, wait, what the? This
Yeah.
is. I don't want to say that, but it was just like, wait, this is the direction we're going. Okay, and then it was like, oh, Neil Patrick Harris can do a couple episodes. Cool, let's completely forget what we're doing, and then bring them in. So it was just really weird,
Yeah.
but it was amusing because like, oh, let's see how y'all fix this
Hmm.
because this is going nowhere.
Yeah, and that sort of thing is really interesting about TV. And that I think yeah, it's such a notable difference between TV and film. So I grew up doing like a couple TV projects, but I think my head was mostly I was most familiar with film. And typically, it's like you have the whole script, you know the story. Sure, you're shooting out of order, but besides that, like you're pretty certain of what you're doing. But TV is just like kind of the Wild West in a lot of ways.
100%. Did you know like that always been part of the thing that the whole Conjuring prep would be yell at the end at the wedding, or was that just kind of thrown in there at the end?
Um, I mean, I didn't know that that was going to be. I know, I that was like never in my mind as a thing, but it was very sweet, like getting to reprise a role that was obviously so monumental for me, not only in terms of my career, but also just a very pivotal moment in my personal life as well, and like for my personal growth. So it was sweet to get to return to her like 10 years later and see everybody and see James, and yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it's been like so long.